Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Degenerate Disseminators podcast. I'm your host, Jordan. We have Daniel in the building today. Hello,
Hey
Daniel.
guys.
Did you watch today's episode? Did you even see what happened?
No, honestly, I did not.
Oh, well,
I've been busy.
dude. So if you guys didn't watch yesterday's episode, what are you doing? But basically, we were at our friend's house, and they were playing Fortnite in the background, and I tried to get the noise out of there so bad, and I just could not. So I just had to redo it with the picks that we made. And then I was so flustered that I gave a pick for today, yesterday. So I was like, so yeah, very impromptu episode from this morning. But Daniel was supposed to be in yesterday's episode, but
Yeah,
he's here
I
today
didn't
for
even
Thursday,
know. I
guys.
didn't even know I wasn't in it. I mean, to
Yeah,
be fair, terrible episode.
his pick made it, and I think for the five people that watched it, quality was definitely a lot better than the draft episode. But yeah, another losing day, unfortunately. Um, I'm not gonna lie, guys. Daniel and I are stumped.
Yeah, we're
Um, if you
we're at a
guys,
crossroads. I
you
don't
know,
know where to go.
I know we're still trying to grow our podcasts. We don't really have that many viewers, but if you are someone that's been here since we've started, um, you know what we're capable of, and we're really not doing anything different. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, but yeah, it's getting dire. But we look to turn around on Thursday. Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. That's like our big days because we have all sports going on. Um, we have four plays for today. We actually have a same game parlay for Thursday night football. A little two
Yeah,
legger. But we're gonna save
let's
that one
go.
for the end because it's a little wacky. But Daniel, since I had to unfortunately cut you out of or Wednesday's episode, I'm gonna give you the floor first for hockey.
All right, fellas, coming in hot. We got one pick today to redeem myself from this week. We got Avalanche versus Sharks. Avalanche at -1.5. All right. So the same story with pretty much a lot of the teams that I've bet on. Avalanche good, Sharks bad. Um, while the Avalanche have not really been the best team that, we've seen them be, they fixed their goaltending issue with Mackenzie Blackwood, and I think they really do have a chance to become one of those premier top of the line teams from their spot in the NHL right now. They're at number 16 out of 32. So right in the middle of the pack. Um, and they got a lot of firepower. They got that boy Nate Mack. They got Kale McCarr. They got Miko Rantanen, etc. They got a lot of firepower on that team. And I really do think that against the Sharks, they're gonna shine. Now, Sharks obviously have not been doing so hot this season. Lost la they lost four of their last five games. And they were pretty much all against better teams. So I want to say Avalanche -1.5, pretty solid bet. If that goes wrong, I might just kill myself. So
Hey, but honestly,
we're
how these plays have been going, I can't even say I'd be surprised if it misses at this point.
yeah.
I didn't recap the games today. I was gonna do it when I
Who
when I
cares?
took
We'll
the
do it
floor.
after. We'll
Yeah,
do it
no,
after.
no, I was, but
I got
yeah,
two side bets for this game, fellas. All right, now trail them if you want. We got Nate Mack over half a goal at -105. He scored at least one goal in three of his last four games. One of those games included him scoring two goals. So pretty good. He's first in points in the NHL right now. So, obviously one of the best players in the league. I mean, hands down. Really, really great player. Uh and then for number two side bet, we got Macklin Celebrini over half an assist at +150. He's got an assist in four of his last five. Honestly, he's a beast,
Daniel loves him some Macklin Celebrini. Let me tell you.
He's playing on a garbage team, okay? But he's still getting points. He's at a point per game on the Sharks? I mean, come on, guys. I think he can do it. Um, Even against the Avalanche, which, obviously a better team, I think he can still, cover that bet. So that's all I've got for hockey today. Hopefully this hits, or you guys might never see me again.
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna swing the rock over to Jordan now, though.
well, first of all, I kind of forgot about the Blackwood trade to the Avs. Um, and if you guys watched, me and Daniel did recently see the Sharks play in person, and
Oh yeah,
you
we
know
saw them play the Panthers.
there's Celebrini, and then Blackwood was making like that game could have easily been like 6-1 if he
Oh
wasn't in
yeah,
net. So
listen,
um,
Blackwood stopped 51 out of 54 shots, I think.
yeah, it was some crazy
I don't
numbers.
know
So
what his save percentage is on that, but pretty insane game, honestly, to watch. The Panthers, they obviously they got three past them, but he held the fortress down for the Sharks pretty well. So,
yeah, so I think
uh,
I could see him making it easier for the Avs to definitely hit this number, and a little bit. I don't want to say like revenge narrative. I don't really know how his relations were with the Sharks, but when you're a good player playing on a bad team, I think when you play them again, you got to show them like you were him.
so much made of,
Yeah. But anyways, I brought up the recap during that because yeah, if this doesn't hit, I don't know. For Wednesday yesterday, we took the Jets -1.5. I got home from work. The Jets were up 2-1 at like halfway through the third, and I was like, okay. I mean, they don't even need to score again until they pull the goalie. You know, took the dog for a walk, rinsed off in the shower really quick. I checked my phone. It's 3-2 Ducks, and I was just like, what? How did we get here? But I hopefully this is not the case.
To
Um,
be fair, the Ducks were favorited to win that game, and they hit. So
I
I
guess.
don't know why, I don't know how. I didn't look at the lineup or anything. So pretty uneducated bet right there. Sorry, guys.
But just to finish out the recap before we start with my picks, we had that win. Only, oh no, sorry, that was not a win, not at all. We had that we had that loss. We took Creighton at -4. They lost by 24 points. I um I really don't know. Like I said, Georgetown they played. They're like outside of the top 100 in like every major college basketball stat. I don't know how they blew out this team. Creighton beat Kansas a couple weeks ago, the number one team in the nation. Trap game maybe. UNLV in their sorry bowl game against California, they didn't even play that good and they still covered. But yeah, that was not a fun game to watch. I did tune in for most of that game. And then Flyers money line looked like they were on a comeback to maybe force overtime, which would have been fine because we did take a money line bet there. But the Red Wings hit the dagger to stop that from happening. But moving into my bets for today, Thursday. Um, I'm trying to like, we're not doing too hot. I'm trying to like switch things up a little bit. Not really look at like these big time games going on in the NBA. I'm actually looking at the Hornets at the Wizards today. Over I got it at 223.5. This was the bet that I messed up on in the episode yesterday. I included that. I think the line jumped up to 226.5 now, but honestly, I don't think that's, that crazy. Um, these teams are not good. They can't play defense. I really don't think either of these teams have a game plan going into this game. I think they're just going to go out there, no defense being played. LaMelo's going to be hucking up shots from half court, and he's going to probably make them. This is, we saw what LaMelo was capable of doing in the start of the season. I think he can easily put up 30 in this game. But yeah, I just think the lack of defense here and like lack of wanting to play because I feel like these teams are both not making the playoffs. I think they just go out there, put on a lot of offense, and yeah, I think that 223.5 is a pretty easy number to hit. So we'll be taking that for 1.1 units. And then I'm gonna save the Thursday night football for last, so we'll jump into another NBA game. We have the Thunder at the Magic. Thunder are coming off a loss in the NBA Cup Finals against the Bucks. And it really wasn't a close game, which is kind of surprising because we've all seen what the Thunder are capable of this season. Honestly, I see them making a finals appearance this year when they're back fully healthy. We have Chet Holmgren out long term and Jalen Williams as well. Not as long term, but he's been out for a minute. Um, but they're still doing great things without them. Still a great team. But going into this game, the Magic are missing both Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner, who are easily the top two weapons offensively that they have on this team. However, Paolo Banchero's been out a little longer. Franz Wagner's like a new injury. Um, it's only been going on for 3 games where both of those players are out. But in 2 of those 3 games, the for the Magic they've hit this over of 209.5. So I'm pretty confident they can put up enough points. We know that the Thunder can run up the score and drop 120 if they wanted to. So this could be a blowout game, like 120 to like 94, for example, and we'll still clear that over pretty easily. So I do see that happening as long as the deeper players on the roster of the Magic at least put up some sort of fight here. But yeah, like I said, there are certain numbers when it comes to NBA overs that I'm more than likely going to take, regardless of who's playing. And 209.5, come on. I think it's at 210 now, maybe, but same thing. It's still low. So we would be taking that Thunder at the Magic over 209.5 for 1.1 units. And now as we get a little wacky, guys, we have the Denver Broncos taking on the Chargers in SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. Um, Daniel, we've praised the Broncos a lot since we started this podcast. They've been doing good things. Super hot team led by a rookie quarterback. But the Chargers have also looked pretty good this year. However, missing RB1 J.K. Dobbins. It's kind of hard. The Chargers are favored at 3 points. I do see this game going either way. I don't know what's gonna happen here. So it's kind of hard for me to like find a trend that really stuck out to me. We do know that the Broncos are really good against the spread this year, but I just don't really like that number of +3. If we're being honest here, both quarterbacks, pretty evenly matched, I would say, when you look over at the other team's defensive strategies. So found a very interesting ranking here. And red zone defensive efficiency, Daniel. Who are the top 2 teams?
Chargers and Broncos.
There we go.
All
The
right.
Chargers sit at number 1 in red zone defensive efficiency, and the Broncos are right behind them in second. I do think this works against the Chargers a little more due to the fact that they don't have J.K. Dobbins. So their ground game is going to be really limited, especially when they're in a goal line scenario, especially. So, but you can make the same argument about the Broncos, given that this is what the Chargers are good at. Um, could see a low scoring game. The game line, I think it's at 41.5. Same thing there with like who's gonna win. I think that could be either way. So really wanted to focus in on that stat I just mentioned. Um, both of the kickers' field goal lines are at 1.5. I think the Broncos kicker was like a little. It's like about -160. It's a little pricey. So I thought to myself, let's just put both kickers on there. Give me give me the Broncos kicker and the Chargers kicker to make over 1.5 field goals in this game, given the red zone defensive strengths on both teams. I believe if you parlay those two together, depending on which book you're using, it's at +175. So we're throwing a light little .6 units on it to wrap up this Thursday. Was that what you were expecting at all, Daniel? I told you I was getting a little wacky today.
No, not at all, honestly.
Yeah, the thing, um, I think when it comes to the NFL, especially on these days where there's only one game, I think these books know that, and they're trying to run off on you. So I don't want to take like a big line, like either quarterbacks throwing yards or anything like that, or a game line. I was like, they're both gonna struggle in the red zone, and the 2 field goals isn't a lot, and I think this is a pretty easy hit. So bring it all together, we have the Hornets Wizards over 223.5 at 1.1 units. Like I said, I think it did jump up to 226.5. I'm still pretty confident in that. If you want to take it, go ahead. Or if you can find it at 223, even better. Thunder at the Magic over 209.5 for 1.1 units. And then we have our little kicker parlay for Thursday Night Football at .6 units. And then I have Daniel's pick here. We have the Avalanche beaten down on the Sharks, -1.5 for 1.1 units. And then how about them Panthers tonight, Daniel?
Oh boy, what was it? 5 or 6-1.
Yeah, I was gonna bet on them.
Let their
I was
get
gonna
back
I was
against
gonna
the Wild.
I was gonna bet on the over. I'm kind of sad I didn't, but
Yeah, I mean, I honestly I should have said, hey, take the Panthers -1.5, but I'm retarded, so
I mean the over
yeah,
would have been straight too, but
for sure.
yeah.
But hey, what are you gonna do? You know, great game by the Panthers. Beat the Minnesota Wild 5 or 6-1. I didn't really check the score, but yeah. I mean, they lost like 5-1 last time to the same team, and they spun the block. So what can you do?
In true Florida fashion, in true Florida fashion, they did in fact spin the block. But that's gonna do it for Thursday, guys. 4 plays for 3.9 units. Um, it's Thursday. We need to start turning this boat around here. Um, I usually say feel free to
Christmas is
fade.
coming up.
I do say feel free to fade or follow, but at this point, maybe you should just fade. But that's gonna do it for today's episode, guys, and we will catch you in the next one.
Peace.